What's up, my friends? Welcome to another video. I'm Rob Stewart. I'm here to help you get your skin and your overall health back on track. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing a response video, something I don't really do too often. I don't think this response video is going to be like many of the other ones that you see. I'm not a dramatic guy. I'm not going to just sit here and talk shit about the person, but I do think that this is a really important kind of concept and a really important idea for the skin health community and for people that are trying to heal their skin or heal their gut or heal some type of autoimmune issue. And the response is going to be to Veggie Police's video that I think he put out last week. And the video was called the One Thing All, and I want to stress the word all, ex-vegans have in common. And where I want to start this video is I just want to kind of take a look at the dude Veggie Police. And again, this isn't going to be a defamation of his character, because I actually think that he's a really funny dude. His videos are entertaining. I commend any human being who takes it upon themselves to try to use diet, natural lifestyle, movement, working out to facilitate a healthier life. And if you look at Veggie Police from his early days on YouTube to his current days on YouTube, the dude has made a ton of progress. I even saw in the video that I'm talking about today, he's busting out a one-arm pull-up, and his body is lean and muscular. His face shape is different. His skin looks way better. The dude has definitely made some major improvements. And let's be honest, like 99.9% of human men and human women out there in the world are never ever going to be able to accomplish a one-arm pull-up, especially on gymnastics rings. So he's making some gains, and he's definitely doing his thing. The part of his channel that I want to stress, and this comes directly from watching his videos and listening to him say this, is that he is producing entertainment and kind of comedy, and he's a bit of a comedian when it comes to the natural health with diet game. And he's gone through many different phases. One phase, early on, he was vegan, and then he was trying to be raw vegan, and then he did the kind of a carnivore thing, and now he's back to raw vegan. And the one thing that you will notice if you watch his videos, besides them being pretty funny and entertaining, is that he does position himself all the time with a group. So when he was plant-based, he did talk a lot about how the raw vegan diet wasn't working for him, the negativity of it, and he very much highlighted all the wonderful parts of eating a cooked plant-based diet. When he was in Chiang Mai, and I might be wrong, but he was in that region of the world, and he was doing his restaurant cleanse. And during that time, he was eating all of his foods at restaurants and eating a variety of different vegan foods and plant-based foods, some raw, some cooked, some oils. And he was at the top of the rooftops explaining to everyone how this is the new glorious thing. I was wrong. The raw vegan thing was wrong. The plant-based thing was wrong. It's all about the restaurant things. As he did that, then that really didn't really work. And then he went back to raw veganism again. And into his raw veganism, it was, oh my gosh, this is the new thing. This is absolutely working perfect. I am raw vegan for life. The plant-based system kind of doesn't work, and here's why. And the restaurant cleanse was silly and stupid, and I'll never do that again. And then he moves on to the carnivore thing. And, quickly, a month or two into the carnivore thing, this carnivore thing is absolutely amazing. This approach is going to cure and heal all of the things that I have wrong with me, and the raw vegan people are totally wrong, and here's why, and the plant-based people are totally wrong, and here's why, and the restaurant eating people are wrong, and here's why. And now he's back to his raw vegan days, where it's all about John Rose, and it's all about Life Regenerator, and raw is law. And this brings me to the point of my response in his videos, is that if you're watching his videos and you're someone who's actually looking to heal your skin, and you're taking health advice, serious health advice from a comedian who's really just on a journey and making it fun and entertaining for those who watch his channel, you have to understand that his goal is not to help people cure skin disease and really do that in an authentic, real way. His goal is to have an entertaining channel, maybe drop some advice, or maybe some people can learn from his experience, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Where I have issue with Veggie Police's video has nothing to do with him personally or him and his message and his entertainment. Where I have an issue is, if you just look at the title, what all ex-vegans have in common, or the one thing all ex-vegans have in common, it speaks in absolutes. And I'm sure that most of you people out there have taken a true or false test sometime in your life. In junior high, in the 90s, when I was in junior high, true or false tests were the jam. You were taking them all the time. And before every true or false test, what's the one hint that every teacher gives you? Okay, people, if the question is an absolute, meaning it says all things are this or all things are not this, you know that it's most likely going to be false. And also, when he's talking about ex-vegans and all of them are this, then my ears perk up, because guess what? I'm an ex-vegan, and I really like to hear what he thinks that we all have in common. Now, if we're being black and white and really just truthful and data-based and evidence-based, the only thing that all ex-vegans have in common is that they now eat meat. That's it, period. All of his other points, I would say, are pretty much his opinion, not really data-based, and I would probably go so far as, watching his videos in the past, his own reflections are probably more so about himself than other people. Now, I'll explain to you what I mean. So, one of his main points, and there's kind of two main points that I'll talk about in today's video, which I completely disagree with and I don't relate to. Number one is, he says that all ex-vegans are either greatly exaggerating or they're straight up lying about how negative the vegan diet affected their health. And I will honestly say that for me, I haven't even shared with you guys or publicly the worst parts of what the vegan diet had done to me. And I will share them with you guys in today's video. It's pretty heavy stuff, so I hope you're ready. He also goes on to say that every single vegan, ex-vegan rather, most likely stops the diet and isn't getting good results because they're still detoxing, they're still cleansing. And I'm going to address that point as well, because it's actually really funny. So point number one, the exaggeration of how much things are negatively affecting you. I can 100% say that there's definitely people out there who have YouTube channels just because they want a platform. And Veggie Police himself has done this a million times in the past, exaggerating the results that he gets and exaggerating the negativity of his old approach and trying to position himself in a place with the group of people who think the same way. That's just really smart marketing, which he's definitely a great marketer and darn funny. But there's also people who just authentically share their experience, and when their experience is bad, it's bad, and when their experience is good, they share that it's good. For me personally, there were major problems. I was vegan for 8 years, and the first 2 years of it were really great compared to where I was before, but then the 6 years after that, things slowly fell apart. The basic stuff that I've talked about in the past that you guys already know about is my teeth got absolutely messed up. My digestion was really horrible. My brain fog and my ability to be hormonally strong, and what I mean by that is a healthy body weight, both lean but also muscular and comfortable in my own body. When I was vegan, I felt kind of frail and skinny fat. And worst of all for me, hormonally, I absolutely tanked. My testosterone levels dropped to half of what they should be, and my sex drive was absolutely gone. Now that's the stuff I've shared with you guys, and that's the stuff that he might even say, oh, you're exaggerating on, which I'm not at all. You guys have seen the videos. And here's the part that I haven't shared with you guys. I wish I was exaggerating about this, but if you go through a trauma and you don't learn from it, or you don't go through a period of moral inventory and self-exploration and dealing with that trauma, you're never gonna grow, you're never gonna get over it. And for me, one of the main things that made me stop being vegan is that I had a death of a child. Yeah, it's kind of a serious thing. My partner and I, we got pregnant and we were super stoked. We were gonna become parents. And my partner had been vegan for a very long time. And we didn't know any of this going in because we, at that time, were indoctrinated. We thought that the vegan approach could be super healthy. And so during her pregnancy, the doctors found that she was having some pretty bad health issues. She developed a blood disorder. I don't remember what it was called. It has a really funky name. But her ability to use vitamin Bs, all the B vitamins, and to create vitamin D were very, very skewed. And she was underweight, and she was unable to really use the nutrients from her diet to create enough omegas and cholesterol and amino acids in her body to be healthy. So that led to her losing our baby. So our baby died, and I'm not gonna say my baby died because of veganism, but my baby that I don't have right now, would have been like 3 years old, isn't on this earth because of the diet that my partner was using. If she would have had the diet that she currently has and that I have, I would have had a healthy baby sitting here today. So for Veggie Police to say that all ex-vegans using an obsolete are exaggerating, how can I exaggerate the death of a baby, man? That's pretty manipulative on your part, and I actually think it's kind of harsh and it's kind of weak. And you know, as someone who touts himself as a vegan, you're supposed to be in a place where you're loving people and you're promoting health and promoting the non-suffering of humans and animals. But what I found is that that's a really harsh statement for me personally. How can I exaggerate the death of my child? You can't exaggerate that. And if you haven't experienced it, you have no idea what that does to somebody. So that was one of the major things that opened my eyes. On top of my baby dying, my partner almost died from the miscarriage, and it took her, I mean, we battled with her health, and there were some really touch and go moments for 2 years after that. So the combination of the blood disorder that she developed from being vegan and the trauma from the miscarriage almost killed her. I've never shared this really in full detail with anybody, but I thought this would be a great chance because it kind of shows that his opinion and his all ex-vegans are this, he's just not correct in any way, shape, or form. And I will agree with him though. There are probably lots of ex-vegans who are only ex-vegans because they think that that will be the new trendy and cool thing, and they can join ship with a new group of people that hopefully could give them a platform. And what a lot of people do when they go from one thing to another, they aren't really honest about their past. They just talk tons of crap about it. They become the enemy of it. So I kind of agree with them there, but I don't agree with the fact that all of us who are ex-vegans are lying or exaggerating about what the vegan diet did. Because for me, it led to the biggest trauma of my entire life. I've been through a lot of stuff in life, but nothing compares to losing a child. Moving on, let me grab a drink. Getting a little choked up here. Moving on. I don't know if he was being funny or being sarcastic at this part of the video. And again, you guys will have to watch this video to know what I'm talking about. But he did actually say, and he said this a few times in the video, is that most ex-vegans couldn't really handle being vegan because of the detox symptoms and the cleansing symptoms, which is, I mean, it's almost laughable. I hope that he doesn't actually believe that. That's like straight out of the propaganda book of Dr. Morris. It's straight out of the propaganda book of John Rose, and it's kind of scary, and it will lead, if you're someone trying to heal your skin and you think you just haven't cleansed or detoxed enough, and you're in a hyper catabolic phase for years and years and years and years, you have no chance of healing. You have no chance of having healthy hormones. You have no chance of giving your body the nourishment that it needs to actually turn over skin cells and turn over your hormones and fix your filtration organs in the simplest way. And to be totally honest, like, Veggie Police has already cleansed and detoxed fully. He believes that he hasn't because, again, he's creating an entertaining comedian type of video that's now promoting the raw vegan way, juicing until you don't poop anymore, eating grapes until the cows come home, and that's gonna cure everything. People, it takes maybe 6 months at most to cleanse and detox. This is one of the number one fallacies and number one areas of propaganda data that the vegan raw people use. Oh, you aren't doing good on the diet because you're detoxing still. You're not doing good on the diet because your body's still cleansing. No, you can do a deep cleansing and feel amazing at the same time. In fact, most of the time, if you're cleansing and bringing your body into deep autophagy states, you don't even know that you're cleansing or detoxing. Cleansing doesn't mean doing a 30-day water fast or juicing until you stop pooping or eating fruit only. That's just a catabolic diet. The best way you can cleanse and detox on a cellular level is to create a custom lifestyle that promotes the deepest and just the grandest levels of natural autophagy. And yes, there are things that you can do to push that process forward, and there are ways that you can clean out your intestines, but in the way that they're talking about it, and what I mean by them is Veggie Police and John Rose and the other raw vegan yahoos, is that you have to use juice and the juice detoxes and cleanses you. No, it doesn't. Food doesn't cleanse and detox you. Your body goes through autophagy on its own. The better health you have hormonally and in your gut, the deeper levels of autophagy you will have. So what's the point of me making this video anyway? It's pretty straightforward. For those of you who are thinking about leaving veganism, just be honest with yourself. If you've been plant-based for 6 months or a year, and all of your biomarkers, which in his video, he's saying that, oh, I'm still cleansing and detoxing and I have these really horrible days, and those are biomarkers. That's biofeedback. You can't lie about that. If you over cleanse and over detox and stay in a catabolic phase too long, and notice your biomarkers are not doing well consistently, that means it's not working. It doesn't mean that you still need to detox more and you still need to cleanse more, or you're still cleansing. It means the opposite. It means you've cleansed too much and you need to nourish yourself. You need to make your body feel better in order to produce the hormonal response that you can actually get to heal the body. Also, really, every person that I've worked with, and I've worked with over 1,000 people, helping them naturally heal their skin, and everyone does have a different need dietarily. That's where the customization process comes in. Some people will do much better on an animal-based diet. Some people will do better with higher levels of carbohydrates, more fruit, more vegetables, and some people will do better with something in between. But I haven't worked with a single person who just goes raw vegan and stays cured and stays healthy for as long as I have. And all of my successful clients do eat some form of animal products. Maybe it's smaller or lesser or more. And this isn't a video that's anti-vegan. If you want to try to heal your skin going vegan, go for it. But again, I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to be honest about the data from working with people and my own situation being healed for 9 years. Because here's the difference. My goal for this channel is to make it very clear that to heal your skin and to heal autoimmune diseases, 3 things have to happen. You got to customize your diet. You got to customize your cleansing, detoxification, and autophagy practices. And you have to customize your lifestyle and your movement, period. Anything that is not that doesn't work. Cookie cutter programs, one size fits all programs, John Rose's juice till you don't poop, the raw vegan approach isn't gonna work for very many people. And it doesn't work for very many people, not because you're still detoxing, you're still cleansing. It's because those aren't foods that give you any nourishment. It's a catabolic diet, fully catabolizing your body at all times. So that's it. That's my response to Veggie Police's absolute of all ex-vegans are this. All ex-vegans have this in common. I don't know if other ex-vegans have the things I talked about in common with me in this video, but I can tell you straight up, I under-exaggerated the negativity that I went through with the vegan diet. And I for sure wasn't still cleansing and detoxing 8 years in. I spent the first year of my healing. I was already 3 or 4 years deep in being vegan then. And the year that I healed, I cleansed everything out of my body. There was nothing left to cleanse and detox. So he's completely wrong on both points. There is a chance that he was just being funny. And again, I think that he does a really good job with his channel. It's funny, it's entertaining, it's comedic, it makes me laugh sometimes. And he says that's what he's trying to do, so good job, dude. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Leave your questions and comments down below. Remember to subscribe and share if you enjoy the content. For those of you who are looking to get a hold of me to have some coaching, to customize the process with you and for you, all of my offerings are down in the description box, including a link for Scanessa, a link for the 3 Phases Workbook, and a link for a consult. I'll be back with many more videos really soon. Peace.